Warning, I will not be held responsible for any damages the software and methods shown in this video may cause to yours or someone else's computer, hardware, software, and/or data, including loss of use of such devices and/or loss of data and/or loss of profits from the resulting inability to use such devices and data. Any information or program you choose to put into use from this video is done at your own risk. As a precaution, I recommend backing up any irrecoverable data before installing and using any new softwares, including those shown in this video. This video will show you how to legally purchase, download, and obtain Microsoft Windows 10 operating system. This method can also be used to legally purchase, download, and obtain Microsoft Windows 8 operating system as well as Microsoft Windows 8.1 operating system. Note that you could also use this method to legally purchase, obtain, and download the Microsoft Windows 7 operating system. However, be advised that as far as I know, Microsoft has never made their Microsoft Windows 7 operating system available to the public for download off of their website. So that being said, if you use this method to purchase Microsoft Windows 7, chances are you are receiving the operating system image or ISO file from a third party. So you should be wary of that. Who knows what these Microsoft Windows 7 versions contain, but alas. Okay, so in order, the cheapest, most affordable way to purchase a license key for Microsoft Windows 10, Microsoft Windows 8, or Microsoft Windows 8.1 is by doing the following. You are going to go to eBay, whether it be your localized version of eBay or ebay.com. On the eBay website, in the upper right corner, next to search, you are going to find advanced. You are going to click on advanced. If you enter keywords or item numbers, if you are looking for Microsoft Windows 8 or Microsoft Windows 8.1, you are going to type the following. Windows 8. You are not going to type Windows 8.1 because for some reason Windows 8.1, when you perform a search, does not show all results. If you type Windows 8, it will show results for both Windows 8 and Windows 8.1. However, if you're like me and you are looking for Microsoft Windows 10, you will type Windows 10 under Enter Keywords or Item Number. From there, you are not going to click Search, but rather you are going to scroll down. Under Buying Formats, you are going to check Buy It Now. You are going to further scroll down, and under Sort By, you are going to select Price and Shipping, lowest first. You can also select results per page to be 200, and from there you are then going to click Search. What you are going to see, sorted by price, low to high, it begins with genuine license activation keys. So as you can tell, the cheapest one to own is Windows 10 Home 32 and 64-bit. Note that Windows 10 Home and Windows 10 Family Edition, in this case it's in French, Windows 10 Familial, are not as complete and not as robust as Windows 10 Professional. So I recommend paying the extra $1 or so and getting Windows 10 Professional. And as you can tell, the difference, Windows 10 Home starts at $2.14, and Windows 10 Professional starts at $3.14. So I recommend you opt for the Windows 10 Professional. If you want an even more complete and more robust version, I believe that Windows 10 Ultimate is considerably more expensive, so maybe I'd advise steering away from Windows 10 Ultimate unless you want to pay the extra money to have the most robust Windows, but I don't know what else it gives you. I'm not quite interested. Anywho, so as you can tell when you load up one of these links, now I'm not supporting this specific ad or this specific seller. It just happens that he had the cheapest Windows 10 Professional, that's all. Whatever you find that is cheapest during your search will probably be just as good a candidate. So as you can tell, this ad reads, MS Windows 10 Professional Win 10 Pro Genuine License. About official download, don't worry about the mentions of official download. I'm going to give you the links for the official download in this video. So it's an OEM license. Genuine Windows 10 Pro lifetime license key. Okay, another ad that I saw had more information. That one was a little lacking. That's probably the same seller. 30-second delivery. Here, let's see this guy. I believe this guy gives more information. So as you can see, completely different seller, but selling the same thing. So his ad reads, Windows 10 Pro 32 or 64-bit, it works for both. Genuine license key, and download link, of course. Scrolling down. Windows 7, that needs to be fixed. Okay, Windows 10 Pro, 32 or 64-bit, genuine license key and download link, 100% genuine. Can be used globally on any Windows 10 Pro language version. License key for one computer and can be reused on the same machine. Key must be used within 5 days of receipt. This is an activation key, which means you must have Windows 10 Pro installed in order to activate with this key. In other words, you need a fresh installation. So, that being said, what these all are is these are resellers. Now, you may be wondering, how can they offer Windows 10 or Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 license keys so incredibly cheap and still while being legitimate? Well, what they do is they're resellers. What they do is they obtain scrap computers that are no longer in operable states. These computers have genuine Windows 10 license keys associated with them. Well, what they do is they free these license keys, they recover these license keys, and then sell them to the public, and they sell them for dirt cheap. So it's 100% legitimate. You are receiving a genuine Windows 10 license key, which you can use on your own personal computer, regardless of the configuration, since the license key is recuperated and not binded to the computer that was scrapped. So, once you decide to purchase one of these, and then what will happen once you make the purchase, you will instantly, generally, excuse me, I've been saying genuine so much. Generally, you'll receive the license key within a day. I received mine within minutes of making a purchase. And the license key, you're going to, save that somewhere. You could save your email, or you could copy and paste it somewhere. And then what you're going to do is you're going to need to download the Microsoft Windows 10 ISO, or image file. This is the installer of Microsoft Windows 10. Also Windows 8 if you choose to go the Windows 8 route instead of the Windows 10. Now, here's the thing. What I did was I downloaded the ISO image file, I burned it to a disk, the disk is bootable, and then I booted up a new hard drive format with the disk in the drive. It booted the disk, and I was able to install Windows 10. If you need instructions on how to install Windows 10, you could look that up on the internet. That's, fairly common knowledge. When it comes to obtaining the Microsoft Windows 10 operating system disk image file or ISO file, I'm going to be providing you the links. Like I said, you are going to need an activation key, a license, a registration key, in order to activate this. Without this key, you will not be able to install Microsoft Windows 10. It's going to block you at the installation requesting that key. So make sure you have a genuine Windows 10 activation key before you do this. So here are the download links. Now these are download links that come straight from Microsoft, so you're getting the disk image file direct from Microsoft. You're not getting it from a third party, so you don't have to worry that it has any sketchy or nefarious code built into it. Here is the URL for the English Great Britain format, and here is the URL for the English US format. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any URLs for any other languages. This is the best I could tell you. And once again, I only have the download links for the Windows 10 operating system because I didn't need Windows 8 and I wasn't going to buy Windows 8. Okay, so once you load up the URL for the version of Windows 10 that you wish to download, you're going to appear on this page, or at least this is the way this page looked as of this date of recording. You're going to scroll down, and under Select Edition, you're going to have different editions you could choose. As of this date of recording, the newest one is known as Windows 10 Creators Update. Windows 10 Anniversary Update is an older one. If you're wondering what is Anniversary Update and Creators Update, this essentially replaces what was known as service packs. So Windows 10 Basic was just Windows 10. Windows 10 Anniversary Update is like saying Windows 10 Service Pack 1. Windows 10 Creators Update is like saying Windows 10 Service Pack 2. So, Windows 10 Creators Update, if you download any of these three, is going to be newer than Windows 10 Anniversary Update. Any of these three. Windows 10, the standard, the base Windows 10 is no longer available. Okay, so I myself chose Creators Update because why would I want an older version? I guess they make the older version available for those who have legacy hardware or legacy software that'll only work with Anniversary Update. I have no idea, but anywho. Now, you may be wondering what is the difference between Windows 10, Windows 10N, and Windows 10 Single Language. Well, Windows 10 Single Language is pretty self-explanatory. It comes with only one language installed. It's kind of strange that they offer this, considering that the URL I'm offering is single language anyway, so even when I chose Windows 10, just Windows 10, no suffix to it, it was a single language. It was a English US Windows 10. Windows 10N is a stripped down version of Windows 10. It's a Windows 10 that does not contain Windows Media Player or any type of media playback software installed. Even though I'm a user of softwares like VLC Media Player and I'll never use Windows Media Player, I still opted for the full Windows 10, considering that sometimes other softwares will require Windows Media Player as a backbone to play content. So I went with the full edition. If you want to go with Windows 10N to save on a bit of download and hopefully to have your operating system run a bit quicker, I guess you can, but I would go with Windows 10. From there you confirm, and then from there select the product language. Well, you can select the product language, I apologize. In my case, I chose English. And then from there, I clicked on confirm. And there you go. From there, Windows 10 in my case English, I have the option for a 32-bit download or a 64-bit download. If you do not know which version you require, because here's the thing, you want to make sure that your hardware supports 64-bit architecture. So you'll want to make sure that ideally you have more than 4 gigs of RAM. I mean, you could get by with 4 gigs of RAM, but I wouldn't. It's pretty limit. And you want to ensure, of course, that your motherboard and your CPU chipset supports 64-bit architecture. If none of this makes sense to you, and you have no idea what I'm talking about, well, I'm afraid you'll have to do research on your own, because that's a whole nother can of worms. I don't want to get into that. But suffice to say that if you're a gamer like me, many games require the 64-bit version, 64-bit Windows, which means you'll need a 64-bit architecture, which means you'll need ideally more than 4 gigs of RAM. But once again, your hardware has to support 64-bit. Most, if not all, 32-bit softwares will also run on the 64-bit operating system, but suffice to say, 64-bit softwares that require 64-bit operating systems and architecture will not run on the 32-bit version of Windows.